Hello there, dear listener, and welcome once again to our quiet corner of the internet, Sleepy Wiki. As you settle in, just allow your shoulders to gently drop and your breath to softly lengthen, finding its own tranquil rhythm. Tonight we shall embark upon a journey not through distant lands, but through the very fabric of human connection itself. We'll explore the silent architecture that shapes our thoughts, the ancient whispers that form our understanding, and the delicate threads that weave us together through the profound realm of linguistic. Imagine tracing the path of a single word through time, or feeling the subtle differences in the way we speak. It's a gentle exploration of how we make sense of the world and each other through this most magical of human inventions, designed to lull your thoughts into a peaceful drift. If these quiet moments of discovery bring you a sense of calm, you might consider leaving a soft like, or perhaps subscribing to our channel. It's a gentle way to help more weary souls find their way to these tranquil shores. Now, let your eyes softly close and let the gentle currents of linguistic carry you deeper into rest. As the day's last light softens into twilight, we turn our attention inward to a wonder that lives within each of us, shaping our thoughts, connecting our hearts, and weaving the very fabric of our shared reality. We speak of language. It flows through us like an invisible river, carrying our messages, our dreams, and our understanding across the quiet expanse between minds. But what is this marvel truly? What makes a whispered bedtime story or a profound scientific discovery possible? Tonight, let us gently unfurl the definition of language itself, like an ancient scroll revealing its secrets, and then, with equal curiosity, explore the fascinating realm of linguistics, the quiet science dedicated to understanding this most human of phenomena. Imagine, if you will, language as a vast, shimmering tapestry, woven with threads of sound and meaning. At first glance, it might seem chaotic, a riot of different colors and patterns. Yet, as we draw closer, we begin to perceive an exquisite order, a hidden architecture that gives it both strength and beauty. One of the very first threads we notice in this tapestry is its arbitrary nature. Think of the word tree. What does it sound like? Just a gentle hiss, and a rolling R, and a long E. Does it look like a tree? Does it rustle with leaves or stand tall with a trunk? No. The sound tree has no inherent natural connection to the towering leafy plant it represents. It's simply a shared agreement, a gentle consensus among speakers of English, a secret handshake that allows us to understand each other. Other languages use entirely different sounds for the same concept. Arbol in Spanish, arbre in French, Baum in German. Each is a unique, agreed-upon label, like a tiny luminous lantern illuminating a concept in our minds. This arbitrariness is a cornerstone, a quiet whisper that reminds us that language isn't just a reflection of reality, but a carefully constructed system of symbols. As we continue our exploration of this intricate tapestry, we uncover an even more astonishing characteristic: generativity, or productivity. This is the miraculous ability of language to create an infinite number of brand new sentences and expressions from a finite set of words and rules. It's like having a box of building blocks, but instead of only being able to construct a few specific houses, you can build an endless universe of structures, from the simplest hut to the most complex palace, all with the same set of pieces. Think about it. Every day, you might hear or speak a sentence that has never been uttered before in the history of humanity, yet you understand it perfectly. The sleepy moonbeams danced on the forgotten key, unlocking dreams in the silent attic of the mind. You've likely never heard that exact combination of words, yet your language system effortlessly processes its meaning. This generative power allows us to express not just what is, but what might be, what was, and what we imagine. It grants us the freedom to innovate, to tell new stories, to invent new ideas, to simply create. And how is this infinite creation possible? Through something truly elegant known as the duality of patterning. Imagine language as a grand symphony. At the lowest level, you have individual notes, C, D, E. Alone, they don't mean much, just sounds. But when you combine them, you get chords, then melodies, and eventually a whole musical piece that tells a story or evokes an emotion. Duality of patterning is like this. The notes are phonemes, the smallest distinct units of sound in a language, like the P sound in pat or B in bat. These phonemes by themselves carry no meaning, but they combine in specific ways, like musical notes forming chords, to create meaningful words, called morphemes, like speak, able. These words, these meaningful units, then combine according to grammatical rules, like a conductor arranging the instruments and scores to create meaningful sentences and paragraphs, the full symphony. This two-layered structure, meaningless sounds, combining into meaningful units, which then combine into larger meaningful units, is what makes human language so incredibly efficient and powerful. Our language tapestry also has threads that allow us to stretch beyond the immediate present. This is called displacement. It's the remarkable ability to talk about things that are not physically present, things in the past, the future, or even things that are entirely imaginary or hypothetical. While a bird might squawk a warning about a present danger, it cannot recount the tale of a predator from yesterday, nor plan its migration for next season, nor describe a fantastical worm that lives on the moon. But with language we can speak of ancient empires, future journeys to distant stars, or the mythical creatures that inhabit our deepest dreams. We can share memories, forge plans, and explore realms of pure imagination, all through the gentle currents of our words. Finally, and very crucially, language is learned. It is a product of our cultural transmission. While we are born with an innate capacity, a readiness, a blueprint for acquiring language, the specific language we learn, be it English, Swahili, Mandarin, or sign language, is determined by the community we grow up in. Like a tiny, fertile seed that needs good soil and gentle rain to grow into a magnificent tree, our inherent linguistic potential needs the rich environment of human interaction to blossom into a fully formed language. This is different from, say, a bird song, which is largely instinctual and doesn't require direct teaching. So, language, in its essence, is a complex, systematic, arbitrary, generative, dual-patterned, culturally transmitted system that allows for displacement, enabling us to communicate, share, and build worlds, both real and imagined. It is a profound expression of our humanity. Now, if language is this magnificent living tapestry, then who are the patient, curious souls who study its threads, its patterns, and its very essence? These are the patch linguists, and their field is linguistics. Linguistics is not about telling people how they should speak or write. It's not about grammar lessons that scold or correct. No. Linguistics is a descriptive science. It's like a botanist studying a rare flower. They observe it closely, describe its parts, its growth, its unique characteristics, without ever trying to tell it how it ought to bloom. Linguists simply observe how language is used by real people in real communities, in all its wonderful diversity and complexity. They are like detectives, piecing together clues, or perhaps more gently, like cartographers, drawing maps of this vast linguistic landscape. Some linguists focus on the very breath of language, the sounds we make. This is the realm of phonetics and phonology. Phonetics studies the physical properties of speech sounds, how our lips, tongue, and breath create them, like the individual instruments in an orchestra. Phonology, on the other hand, examines how these sounds pattern together within a specific language, how they create meaningful distinctions, much like understanding the rules that govern a melody or harmony in music. Others delve into the architecture of words themselves in a field called morphology. They examine the smallest meaningful units, the building blocks within words, like prefixes, suffixes, and root words, understanding how we combine believe, and able to create unbelievable, subtly shifting meaning and function. Beyond words, linguists also study how words combine to form sentences, an area known as syntax. This is like understanding the blueprints of a magnificent building, the rules and principles that dictate how individual bricks and beams come together to create a stable, meaningful structure. Why does "the cat sat on the mat" make sense, while "sat mat the cat on" does not? Class. And what of meaning itself? Semantics is the study of word and sentence meaning, focusing on the literal sense, the core concept. But human communication is rarely purely literal, is it? We often imply, hint, or infer. This is where pragmatics comes in, exploring how context influences meaning, the unspoken understandings, the subtle nuances, the way we use language to achieve specific goals in social situations, like the difference between "it's cold in here," a simple statement, and "it's cold in here," an indirect request to close the window. Beyond these core areas, linguistics branches out into fascinating avenues. Some explore how language is processed in the mind, psycholinguistics, or how it varies across different social groups and contexts, sociolinguistics. Others look at the history of languages, tracing their evolution through time, historical linguistics, or how we can use computers to understand and generate language, computational linguistics. In essence, linguistics is the scientific journey into the heart of language, its structure, its meaning, its acquisition, and its use. It seeks to understand not just what we say, but how we say it, and what that reveals about the remarkable cognitive capacity that lies within each of us. It is a profound quest to understand one of the most defining characteristics of being human. As the night deepens and the stars begin to pepper the vast canvas above, our journey into language has only just begun. We've defined the territory, sketched its grand outlines. Next, perhaps we can delve a little deeper, moving from the abstract definitions to the tangible sounds themselves, to the very breath and whisper that gives life to our words. But for now, let these initial understandings settle gently in your mind, like soft dust motes descending in a beam of moonlight, preparing you for the tranquil sleep that awaits. The world outside has softened into quiet. Now we travel back through time, not just moments or years, but millennia. We're going to explore a mystery as profound as the stars themselves, yet one that lives within each of us: the origins of human language. Imagine, if you will, the deep, deep past. Our ancestors roamed a world teeming with wonders and dangers, a landscape very different from our own. For countless generations, their communication was a tapestry, woven from hoots, calls, gestures, and perhaps the murmur of touch. Like a tree slowly unfurling its first delicate leaves after winter, our ability to connect, to share our inner worlds, was beginning its slow, magnificent bloom. We know that our primate cousins, even today, possess sophisticated ways of talking to one another. A vervet monkey, for instance, has distinct alarm calls for leopards, eagles, and snakes, each call prompting a specific life-saving response from its troop. This isn't language as we understand it, not yet, but it's a profound echo from the past, showing us the ancient roots of conveying information. Our earliest ancestors, too, surely used a rich palette of sounds and body language to warn, to invite, to comfort. Perhaps in their simple signals, we can hear the faintest whispers of the symphony that would one day become human speech. But what sparked the transformation from these basic calls to the intricate dance of human words? What forces nudged our species onto this unique path? The answer, like so many great evolutionary stories, isn't a single flash of genius, but a gradual unfolding driven by the very fabric of our lives. As our groups grew larger, as we began to cooperate in more complex ways, hunting together, sharing resources, teaching younger generations how to knap flint into tools, the need for a more nuanced form of communication became paramount. Imagine coordinating a hunt for a large animal, or explaining the intricate steps of a craft with only a limited set of grunts and gestures. It would be like trying to paint a masterpiece with only two colors. One compelling idea, often called the social grooming hypothesis, suggests that as human groups became too large for every individual to spend hours physically grooming others, a vital primate bonding activity, language emerged as a more efficient way to maintain social cohesion. A quick chat around the campfire, a shared story, or even a gentle word of comfort, could bind a community more effectively and broadly than individual physical touch. Words became invisible threads, weaving together the diverse individuals of a tribe into a strong, resilient whole, allowing for the formation of ever larger, more complex societies. It was the original social network, born not of wires and screens, but of breath and meaning. Simultaneously, our bodies themselves were subtly adapting, like instruments being tuned for a grand performance. Over hundreds of thousands of years, the human larynx, or voice box, descended lower in the throat compared to other primates. This seemingly small change opened up a vast new chamber of sound, allowing for a far wider range of vocalizations, from the rich vowels to the crisp consonants that make up our diverse languages. It was like upgrading a simple flute to a full orchestral woodwind section. Scientists have even studied the hyoid bone, a small U-shaped bone in the neck that supports the tongue and larynx, in fossil remains, finding clues that even Neanderthals possessed the anatomical capability for speech, suggesting an ancient lineage for this vocal dexterity. But speech isn't just about sound, it's about what those sounds mean. And for that, our brains had to undergo their own incredible transformation. Specific areas, like Broca's area, nestled in the frontal lobe, and Wernicke's area, deeper within the temporal lobe, began to specialize. Broca's area became like the architect, designing the sequence of sounds we produce, while Wernicke's area acted as the interpreter, deciphering the incoming stream of words. These regions, alongside a complex web of neural pathways, developed to allow us to construct and deconstruct sentences, to understand grammar, and to grasp abstract concepts. Furthermore, a gene known as FOXP2, often dubbed the language gene, though it's more accurately a gene involved in speech and language development, evolved rapidly in humans. Its role in controlling the fine motor movements of the face and mouth is crucial for the precise articulation needed for clear speech, almost like the conductor of an orchestra, ensuring every musician plays their part perfectly. Beyond anatomy, the very way we think evolved to embrace language. Consider the power of symbolic thought. The ability for a sound, like tree, to represent a towering oak, its rustling leaves, its sturdy trunk, even when no tree is in sight. This abstract connection between sound and meaning is fundamental. Then there's recursion, the astonishing capacity to embed ideas within ideas. The cat that chased the mouse that ate the cheese. This allows for infinite expression from a finite set of words, like building blocks that can be stacked and rearranged in endless configurations. And finally, theory of mind, the crucial understanding that others have their own thoughts, feelings, and intentions, different from our own. Without this empathetic insight, true communication, the sharing of perspectives, would be impossible. So, as our ancestors' physical forms changed, as their brains reorganized, and as their social lives demanded more intricate connections, language slowly coalesced. It wasn't an overnight phenomenon, but a gradual journey, perhaps beginning with simple proto-language, short, two-word utterances, direct observations, much like a toddler's first sentences. From these humble beginnings, grammar and syntax, the invisible rules that govern our speech, slowly emerged, polished and refined by countless interactions over vast stretches of time. We see echoes of this process even today in the creation of Creole languages, which spontaneously develop complex grammar from simpler pidgins when different linguistic groups need to communicate. These rapid linguistic births offer us tiny windows into the ancient crucible of language creation. While the exact timetable and step-by-step progression remain subjects of fascinating scientific debate, one thing is clear: Language is perhaps the most defining characteristic of our species. It's the grand, intricate symphony that allows us to share dreams, fears, and wisdom across generations. It's a testament to our ingenuity, our social nature, and our boundless capacity for connection. As we rest tonight, perhaps you can sense the gentle hum of this ancient, powerful tool within your own mind, ready to weave new thoughts and understandings. And as language took root and blossomed, spreading across continents and diversifying with every new dawn, it began to branch and divide, creating the incredible linguistic landscape we know today. Let's gently drift towards that story. Next. Nestled deep in your blankets, listening to the gentle hum of the world around you, have you ever paused to truly consider the incredible unseen architecture of our speech? It's a marvel, really, the way we transform mere breath into a symphony of meaning, building bridges of understanding with tiny, invisible whispers and vibrations. Tonight, let's tiptoe into the wondrous world where sounds are born and organized, exploring the very fabric of spoken language. Imagine your mouth, throat, and nose as an exquisite miniature sound factory, or perhaps an orchestra where every tiny part plays a crucial role. This is the realm of phonetics, the science dedicated to understanding the physical production, acoustic properties, and auditory perception of every single sound we utter. It's like being a detective for sounds, observing precisely how they're made, what they sound like as waves through the air, and how our ears and brains decipher them. Let's begin with how these sounds are made, what we call articulatory phonetics. It all starts with air, of course. Your lungs act like gentle bellows, pushing air up from your diaphragm. This stream of air then journeys up through your windpipe. At the very top, nestled in your larynx, your voice box, are two delicate folds of muscle, your cow vocal cords. These aren't like guitar strings. They're more like two soft curtains that can open wide for quiet breathing or come together and vibrate rapidly as air passes through them. This vibration creates the buzzing, humming sound we call voice, which is essential for all voiced sounds. Place your fingers gently on your throat and say zzz, then ss. Feel the difference? That's your vocal cords at work, vibrating for the zzz, open and still for the ss. Once past the vocal cords, this airstream enters the resonating chambers of your pharynx, throat, mouth, and sometimes your nose. And here, dear listener, is where the magic truly unfolds, thanks to an array of agile soft tissue instruments we call articulators. Your tongue, a remarkably flexible muscle, can arch high, flatten low, push forward, or retract. Your lips can close completely, round, or spread wide. Your teeth, the hard ridge behind them, the alveolar ridge, your hard palate, and your soft palate, the velum. All these work in concert, shaping the outgoing air in countless subtle ways. Consider the fundamental division of sounds, vowels, and key consonants. Vowels are like the open, expansive highways of speech. When you produce a vowel sound like the ah in father, the e in see, or the oo in moon, your vocal tract remains relatively open. The air flows out smoothly, and the distinct quality of each vowel is determined by the position of your tongue and the shape of your lips, which create different resonance chambers. Say E, then ah, then oo. Feel how your tongue glides and your lips subtly shift. It's like tuning an internal instrument to create different tones. Consonants, on the other hand, are the gentle gaits, the brief diversions, or even the momentary blockades along that highway. For a consonant, there's always some obstruction of the airflow. Think of the P in pat. Your lips close completely for a fleeting moment, building up pressure before releasing it with a soft puff. Or the S in sip. Your tongue channels the air through a narrow groove. Consonants are classified by where. In your mouth, the obstruction occurs, the place of articulation, like lips for B or tongue tip on the alveolar ridge for D, and how the air is obstructed, the manner of articulation, like a complete stop for T or a friction sound for F. To capture this incredible diversity of sounds across all human languages, phoneticians use a truly ingenious tool, the Young International Phonetic Alphabet, or IPA. Imagine a universal map for every sound any human mouth has ever made. Each unique sound, regardless of the language it comes from, has its own special symbol. So, an English speaker, a Japanese speaker, and a Swahili speaker could all write down the exact same sound using the same IPA symbol, even if their own alphabets look entirely different. It's like a secret code, or rather, an open key, unlocking the precise sounds of the world. Now, while phonetics gives us this incredible detailed inventory of individual sounds, the tiny bricks and mortar of speech, it doesn't quite tell us how those bricks are organized and used within a specific language to build meaning. For that, we turn to its close cousin, phonology. Phonology is the study of a language's abstract sound system. If phonetics is about the physical reality of sounds, phonology is about their function and pattern, how a language chooses and arranges its sounds, almost like a composer deciding which notes and rhythms to use for a particular melody. Every language has its own unique phonological recipe, its own set of rules for how sounds behave. At the heart of phonology is the concept of a phoneme. A phoneme is the smallest unit of sound that can distinguish meaning in a given language. It's not a physical sound itself, but rather a mental category, an abstract idea of a sound. Think of it like this. If you change one phoneme in a word, you change the word's entire meaning. Consider the words cat and bat. The only difference is the initial sound, K versus B. In English, K's and B are distinct phonemes because they create a difference in meaning. This is often demonstrated using minimal pairs, two words that differ by only one sound in the same position, like pat and bat, tin and din, sip and zip. Each of those single sound differences represents a distinct phoneme in English. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Sometimes a single phoneme can have slightly different physical pronunciations, depending on its context. These variations are called allophones. They are like different ways of saying the same sound, but without changing the meaning of the word. Take the P sound in English again. say pin and then spin. If you hold your hand in front of your mouth for pin, you'll feel a little puff of air after the P. This is an aspirated P. But when you say spin, there's much less or no puff of air, an unaspirated P. Both are recognized as the P phoneme by an English speaker. The slight difference doesn't change pin into a different word. It's just how the P is naturally pronounced in those specific positions. An English speaker might not even consciously notice the difference, but for someone learning the language, it's a subtle but important detail. Other languages might treat these slight differences as distinct phonemes, changing the meaning of words, which is what makes each language's sound system so unique. Phonology also reveals the hidden phonological rules that govern how sounds behave and interact within a language. These are the unspoken etiquette of sounds. For instance, think about how we form plurals in English. We add an S or es, but listen closely. For cats, the S sounds like S. For dogs, it sounds like Z, and for buses, it's is. Our brains automatically apply a rule. If the word ends in a voiceless sound, like T, the plural S becomes voiceless s. If it ends in a voiced sound, like G, the S becomes voiced Z. And if it ends in a hissing or buzzing sound, like S or Z or esh, we add an extra vowel sound, wash I, before the zeet. We don't consciously think about these rules. Our language system simply knows them. Beyond individual sounds, phonology also looks at suprasegmental features, elements that stretch across more than one sound, like stress, intonation, and tone. For example, in English, placing stress on different syllables can change meaning. Think of project, a noun, versus project, a verb. In tonal languages like Mandarin Chinese, the pitch pattern of your voice when you say a syllable can completely alter its meaning. The word ma can mean mother, hemp, horse, or scold, depending on the tone you use. Isn't it incredible to think that beneath our everyday conversations lies such a complex, elegant system? Our voices, our very breaths, are transformed by this intricate interplay of phonetics and phonology into meaningful sounds that build bridges between our minds. We navigate these sound systems effortlessly, usually without a second thought, yet they are the fundamental architecture, allowing us to share stories, express love, and understand the world around us. As we let these thoughts settle, perhaps you can hear the sounds of your own breathing or the soft rustle of your sheets, with a newfound appreciation for their physical form and their potential to carry meaning. And as you drift deeper into the night, we'll next explore how these individual sounds are then strung together, like pearls on a necklace, to form the very words that populate our vast dictionaries and the sentences that compose our deepest thoughts. But that, my dear friend, is a story for just a little later. Our journey through the wondrous landscape of language continues, moving gently from the sounds that form its whispered breath to the very essence of its construction. Imagine, if you will, that language is not just a flow, but a vast, intricate garden. We've explored the individual petals, the phonemes, but now we'll look at how those petals combine to form a single blossom, and how many blossoms then join to create an entire, breathtaking bouquet. Our gaze first settles upon the tiny, fundamental building blocks of meaning units far smaller than the words we speak, yet brimming with significance. These are called morphemes. Think of morphemes as the smallest imaginable Lego bricks of language, each carrying a tiny spark of meaning, waiting to connect and construct. A word like cat isn't just a sound, it's a single morpheme representing a small, furry creature. This is what we call a free morpheme. It can stand alone, independent and whole, carrying its meaning without assistance, much like a solitary star twinkling in the night. But many morphemes are not so independent. They are like little moonbeams that need a planet to orbit, or tiny whispers that attach themselves to a louder sound. These are bound morphemes, and they can't stand alone. They must, by their very nature, attach themselves to other morphemes to make sense. Consider the word cats. Here we have cat, our free morpheme, and the tiny subtle SS at the end. That AS is a bound morpheme, carrying the meaning of plurality, of more than one. It transforms a single creature into a multitude simply by its quiet presence. Or think of the prefix un in unhappy. Happy is free, but un needs to cling to another word to convey its meaning of negation or reversal. These bound morphemes are truly fascinating, for they allow words to grow and transform in two beautiful ways. One way is through derivational morphology. This is like taking our basic Lego brick and adding a completely new, often transformative piece. When we change happy, an adjective describing a state, into happiness, a noun naming a state, we've used the suffix ness to derive a whole new word, often changing its grammatical category entirely. The verb teach can become teacher, a noun, or the noun govern can become government, another noun referring to the act or system. Derivational morphemes allow us to expand our vocabulary, to spin entirely new threads of meaning from existing linguistic silk. Then there's inflectional morphology, which is like gently adjusting the posture or expression of a word without fundamentally changing its core identity. It's not about creating new words, but about refining existing ones for grammatical purposes. When we add s to cat to get cats, we're using an inflectional morpheme to mark plurality. The word is still about felines, but now it's about many felines. Similarly, adding ed to walk to get walked inflects the verb for past tense. It's still the action of walking, but it happened in a different time. Inflectional morphemes handle things like tense, walk, walked, number, cat, cats, possession, John, Johns, and degree, tall, taller, tallest. They are the fine brushstrokes that add nuance and precision to our sentences, ensuring our words fit perfectly into the tapestry of meaning we are weaving. From these exquisitely structured words, our linguistic journey now takes us to an even grander scale. How these words gracefully arrange themselves to form phrases, clauses, and ultimately entire sentences. This is the realm of syntax, the architect and choreographer of language. If morphemes are the Lego bricks and words are the small models we build, then syntax is the grand blueprint, the set of invisible rules and principles that guides us in assembling those models into magnificent, coherent structures, our thoughts and expressions. One of the most profound aspects of syntax is word order. Consider the seemingly simple act of arranging words. In English, we predominantly follow a subject-verb-object, SVO, pattern. We say, "The child eats the apple." The subject, the child, comes first, followed by the verb, eats, and then the object, the apple. If we were to rearrange those words randomly, apple the eats child the meaning would be lost, the clarity shattered. Our internal syntactic GPS immediately tells us something is wrong. Yet this isn't the only way for language to arrange its components. Many languages, like Japanese or Turkish, follow a subject-object-verb, SOV, order. They might say something closer to "the child the apple eats." And still others, such as Irish, prefer a verb-subject-object, VSO structure, meaning they might phrase it as "eats the child the apple." Each of these systems is equally valid, equally capable of expressing the full spectrum of human thought. The specific rules vary from language to language, but the fundamental need for rules, for a predictable structure, is universal. It's like different cultures having different dance steps. The steps vary, but the rhythm and the desire to dance are shared by all. Syntax also teaches us about constituency, about how words naturally group together into meaningful units called phrases. We don't just string words together one by one, our minds unconsciously combine them into blocks. The sleepy cat acts as a single unit, a noun phrase, even though it contains 3 words. Similarly, slept soundly forms a verb phrase. Syntax provides the blueprint for how these phrases are constructed and how they fit together like interlocking puzzle pieces to form complete thoughts. It guides us in understanding that while the cat is sleeping and the cat sleeps convey similar ideas, their internal structures, their syntactic arrangements are subtly different, yet both perfectly grammatical. This intuitive grasp of syntax is truly one of the most remarkable feats of the human mind. Long before we learn formal grammar rules in school, as infants and toddlers, we absorb the complex syntactic patterns of our native language with astonishing ease. It's as if we are born with a mental scaffolding, an innate capacity to discern and apply these invisible principles, enabling us to generate an infinite number of sentences we've never heard before. It's the engine that allows us to create poetry, tell stories, convey intricate scientific concepts, or simply ask for a glass of water, all by combining a finite set of words according to an intricate yet deeply familiar set of rules. From the smallest spark of meaning within a morpheme to the grand architecture of a sentence, we see how language is built with astounding precision and elegance. But what breathes life into these structures? What makes them truly powerful? What is the unseen spirit that animates these carefully constructed forms? This brings us to the very heart of communication itself, the realm of meaning, which we shall explore in our next gentle drift into the mysteries of linguistics. The intricate patterns of sound and form build the very fabric of our words, like tiny, delicate threads woven into a tapestry. But what good is a tapestry, however beautifully woven, if it tells no story, if its patterns hold no significance? As the world outside settles into slumber, let us softly unfurl another layer of language, one that delves into the profound question of what it all means. We're entering the serene, yet remarkably complex, garden of Semantics and Pragmatics, the study of meaning and how that meaning dances with the shifting winds of context. Each word is like a tiny, perfect seed. Within that seed lies the blueprint of what it can become, its inherent potential, its core identity. This intrinsic blueprint, the literal dictionary meaning, is what we explore in Semantics. It's the stable, foundational truth of a word or a sentence, independent for a moment of who says it or where. For instance, the seed of tree inherently carries the meaning of a perennial plant with a woody stem and branches. This doesn't change whether you say it in a forest or a bustling city. Within this semantic garden, we find fascinating varieties. There's our lexical semantics, which focuses on the meanings of individual words. Consider the word bank. Its seed holds two distinct blueprints, one for the land alongside a river and another for a financial institution. Both are inherent possibilities within that single word, waiting for a little more context to decide which plant will sprout. This phenomenon, where one word has multiple related meanings, is called polysemy, a common and elegant efficiency in language. Then there are homonyms, words like bat, the animal or the sports equipment, that sound or are spelled the same but have entirely different, unrelated semantic seeds. When we string these seeds together to form sentences, we venture into compositional semantics. Here, the meaning of the whole isn't just the sum of its parts, it's how those parts beautifully interlock and combine. The tall tree blossomed. The meaning of this sentence emerges from the semantic interplay of tall, tree, and blossomed, guided by the grammatical structure. It's like planting different seeds together to create a cohesive garden bed. The arrangement and interaction yield a new, larger meaning. Semantics also gently guides us to distinguish between a word's sense and its reference. Imagine two different ways of pointing to the same radiant celestial body in the night sky. We might speak of the morning star or the evening star. These are two distinct senses, two different descriptive ways of conceptualizing that light. Yet, both refer to the exact same reference, the planet Venus. The seed's sense is its conceptual content, the path it takes to identify something, while its reference is the actual thing in the world it points to. A subtle yet powerful distinction, allowing us to speak of the same reality through different linguistic lenses. Now imagine taking that perfectly formed seed, that word imbued with its semantic potential, and planting it in the rich, ever-changing soil of a living garden. What kind of soil is it? How much sunlight does it get? Is there a gentle breeze or a strong gust? Who is the gardener? And what is their intention? These are the questions that lead us into the realm of pragmatics. The study of meaning in action, shaped by context, speaker intention, and listener interpretation. While semantics tells us what the seed can be, pragmatics tells us what it does become in a specific moment, under particular conditions. Consider the simple sentence, "It's cold in here." Semantically, it's a statement about temperature. But pragmatically, depending on the context, its meaning blossoms into something far richer. If a guest says it, it might be an indirect request to close a window or turn up the heat. If a meteorologist says it while presenting a weather report, it's purely informative. The semantic seed remains constant, but the pragmatic flower changes with the environment of the utterance. This is the heart of meaning and context. In the dance of conversation, we often rely on unspoken rules, a shared understanding of how to communicate effectively. These are often referred to as Grice's maxims, like gentle guidelines for nurturing clear communication. The common maxim of quantity suggests we should be as informative as required, but no more. If I ask, "How was your day?" and you reply, "Good," I don't expect a minute-by-minute account. I assume you've given me enough. The quoted maxim of quality whispers that we should be truthful. If I tell you, "My cat can fly," you'd likely understand I'm joking, because it violates the expectation of truthfulness. The maxim of relation nudges us to be relevant. If you ask, "Can you pass the salt?" at dinner, and I reply, "The sky is blue," our conversation has veered off course, violating relevance. And finally, the serene maxim of manner encourages us to be clear, brief, and orderly. "I walked to the store and bought milk" is more direct than "I proceeded ambulatory fashion to the retail establishment and subsequently acquired lacteal fluid." When these maxims are subtly flouted, they often create humor, irony, or deeper implied meanings, a true testament to our sophisticated, pragmatic abilities. Then there are words like I, you, here, now, this, or that. These remarkable linguistic elements are called deictic expressions, or simply deixis, and their meaning is like a sundial in our garden of language. They point, but where they point shifts with the sun, with the speaker, and with the moment. "I am here now" means something entirely different when I say it, compared to when you say it. Their semantic blueprint is simply a pointer, but their pragmatic meaning is utterly dependent on the context of utterance, who, where, and when bound. Language isn't just about describing the world, it's also about doing things in the world. This is the realm of speech acts. When a judge says, "I pronounce you guilty," those words don't just state a fact, they perform an action. They change the legal status of an individual. Similarly, "I promise to meet you tomorrow" isn't merely conveying information. It's committing the speaker to a future course of action. These words, in the right context, carry the force of action, shaping our social reality. And beneath the surface of our conversations lie hidden assumptions, shared understandings that allow us to communicate efficiently. These are old presuppositions, like the unseen network of roots nourishing our linguistic garden. If I ask, "Have you stopped watering the plants?" I am presupposing that you were previously watering the plants. This background knowledge, often unstated, is crucial for meaning to fully bloom. We constantly rely on a vast web of shared beliefs and common ground to fill in the unspoken gaps, making communication a truly collaborative act. So, you see, semantics provides the potential, the fundamental blueprint of meaning, like the genetic code within a seed. Pragmatics, on the other hand, is the environment, the soil, the sun, the rain, the gardener's hand, that shapes how that potential is realized in the messy, beautiful reality of human interaction. They are two sides of the same linguistic leaf, both essential for understanding how language truly comes alive. Meaning isn't just found in words, it's co-created in the space between people, in the delicate dance of utterance and interpretation. From the deep pools of meaning to the shimmering currents of context, language constantly invites us to explore its depths. But where does this remarkable ability come from? How does a newborn who knows nothing of sounds or meanings come to master this intricate system? The soft hush of evening settles around us. Let's explore not just what language is, but how it blossoms within us, a silent miracle woven into the very fabric of our being. Imagine, if you will, a tiny seed nestled in the rich, dark soil of a newborn mind. This isn't just any seed. It's the seed of understanding, of expression, of connection. From the very first breath, this seed begins to stir, reaching out towards the sounds that swirl around it like gentle currents in a vast ocean. Long before a baby utters their first discernible word, their mind is a bustling workshop, diligently gathering raw materials. Think of an infant's brain as a remarkably sophisticated statistical computer, even before they know what a number is. It's listening, not just passively, but actively, charting the melody and rhythm of every voice. It's an astounding fact that even in the womb, babies begin to distinguish between different languages, responding to the prosody, the musicality, of their mother tongue. Once born, this talent for auditory analysis intensifies. They don't hear a jumbled mess of noise, they are instinctively searching for patterns. This is what scientists call statistical learning. They're tracking how often certain sounds occur together, how frequently one sound follows another, and where the pauses naturally fall in the continuous stream of speech. It's as if their tiny ears are mapping out the invisible boundaries between words long before the words themselves carry meaning. They learn that ba often precedes bai, creating baby, but za rarely follows bai in their native language. This early stage, often marked by cooing and then delightful babbling, isn't just random vocal play, it's the brain rehearsing, a gentle stretching of the vocal cords and tongue, experimenting with the entire spectrum of possible human sounds. Interestingly, babies universally babble in similar ways, even deaf babies, initially using sounds from languages they've never heard. But slowly, subtly, their babbling begins to narrow, adapting to the specific phonemes, the distinct sound units of the language spoken around them. It's as if their inner orchestra is tuning itself to the local cultural melody, discarding instruments not played in their particular symphony. Now, how does this seed, nourished by sound patterns, grow into the magnificent tree of language? For decades, scientists have debated the architects of this growth. Is it primarily nature, an innate blueprint guiding the process, or nurture, the rich soil of social interaction and learning? The truth, as it often is, seems to lie in a beautiful dance between the two. Consider the groundbreaking ideas of Noam Chomsky, who proposed that humans are born with an innate capacity for language, a kind of universal grammar. He suggested that deep within our minds, there's a language acquisition device, ELAD. not a physical structure, but a hypothetical mental organ that contains the fundamental rules common to all human languages. It's like having an internal compass, guiding a child through the bewildering labyrinth of words and grammar, enabling them to construct grammatically correct sentences without ever being formally taught the rules. This explains how children can acquire language so rapidly and effortlessly, often producing novel sentences they've never heard before. Think of how a child might say, "I goed to the park," instead of "I went." They've applied a rule, add "ed" for past tense, even though it's technically incorrect for that specific verb. This isn't imitation. It's evidence of an underlying rule-governed system at play, a testament to their brain's active construction of grammar. But the nurture side is equally vital, painting the picture of language as a profoundly social endeavor. Scientists like Lev Vygotsky and Jerome Bruner emphasize the critical role of interaction. Imagine a tiny gardener tending to our language seed. That gardener is the caregiver. Through what Bruner called scaffolding, parents and other adults provide a supportive framework, simplifying language, repeating words, pointing to objects, and engaging in shared activities that create joint attention. When a parent points to a ball and says, "ball," they're not just naming an object, they're connecting a sound to a concept, anchoring it in shared experience. This rich, interactive environment provides the essential nutrients and sunlight for the seed to sprout and flourish. It's a continuous feedback loop. The child babbles, the parent responds, the child tries a sound, the parent reinforces it, shaping the child's linguistic output. This interplay between nature and nurture highlights the extraordinary complexity of language acquisition. It's not just about learning words, it's about mastering phonology, the sounds, morphology, word structure, semantics, meaning, syntax, sentence structure, and pragmatics, how language is used in social contexts. Each of these requires a distinct yet interconnected set of cognitive processes. At the heart of it all, our brain is working tirelessly. Our working memory, like a temporary mental workbench, holds words and phrases in mind just long enough to process their meaning and construct a response. Our long-term memory diligently stores the vast lexicon of words we accumulate, alongside the intricate network of grammatical rules. Attention allows us to focus on relevant speech sounds, filtering out background noise, while pattern recognition continually searches for statistical regularities, solidifying our understanding of grammar and vocabulary. Specific regions of the brain are exquisitely tuned for language. In the left hemisphere, for most individuals, we find dedicated language hubs. Broca's area, nestled in the frontal lobe, acts like the conductor of an orchestra, orchestrating the movements of our vocal cords, tongue, and lips to produce speech. Damage here can lead to difficulties in speech production, often resulting in slow, laborious speech, even if comprehension remains largely intact. Then there's Wernicke's area, located in the temporal lobe, which is the brain's linguistic librarian, responsible for comprehending spoken and written language. Damage to Wernicke's area can lead to fluent but often nonsensical speech, as well as significant difficulties in understanding language. These two vital areas are connected by a superhighway of neural fibers called the Gamsch arcuate fasciculus, ensuring smooth communication between understanding and speaking. Beyond these specialized regions, the paki, prefrontal cortex, plays a crucial role in the executive functions of language, planning what we want to say, inhibiting inappropriate responses, and flexibly switching between different linguistic tasks. Even the broad temporal lobes, as a whole, are deeply involved, particularly in processing auditory information and storing semantic memories, the meanings of words. This incredible symphony of brain regions and cognitive processes typically unfolds most powerfully during a crucial period in early childhood, often referred to as the critical period hypothesis. While we can learn new languages throughout our lives, acquiring native-like fluency, especially in pronunciation and grammar, seems to be most effortless and complete during these formative years, roughly from birth until puberty. It's as if a window of opportunity is wide open, allowing language to be absorbed with an unparalleled ease that diminishes over time, much like a developing photograph that becomes harder to adjust once fully exposed. Plum. So, as we listen to the gentle whispers of the night, perhaps we can appreciate the silent, tireless work our brains performed and continue to perform to grant us the profound gift of language. From those first unheard patterns to the complexities of expressing our deepest thoughts, language acquisition is an astonishing journey of discovery, a testament to the boundless capabilities of the human mind. Yet language, once acquired, does not remain frozen in time. It transforms with each generation, flowing and shifting like a living river. Settling deeper into this peaceful quiet, let us turn our thoughts to something truly remarkable, something as alive and ever-shifting as the deepest ocean currents or the tallest forest canopy: our languages. Imagine, if you will, language not as a rigid, unyielding monument carved in stone, but as a vast, ancient river. It flows tirelessly through generations, its waters constantly refreshed, subtly altering its banks, picking up new sediments and depositing others along its journey. This beautiful, ceaseless transformation is what we call language change. It's a natural, inevitable process, a testament to the fact that language, like life itself, is never truly still. Think of the sounds we make, these delicate whispers and resonant tones that carry our meanings. Over centuries, these very sounds can drift and shift, much like sand dunes sculpted by the wind. What was once a robust K sound in the throat might soften to a gentle K, or a short A might stretch into a longer, more open Ah. This is phonological change, a subtle ballet of articulation across the ages. For instance, if you were to whisper a lullaby in the English of 1,000 years ago, an old English speaker would recognize some words perhaps, but the sounds, the rhythms would feel remarkably different, almost like a familiar melody played on an unfamiliar instrument. The GH sound in words like night or light, once pronounced with a hearty guttural scrape at the back of the throat, has since dissolved into silence, a ghost of its former self, leaving only its spelling behind as a faded echo. And then there are the words themselves, the building blocks of our stories and thoughts. Our vocabularies are like living gardens, constantly sprouting new growth, shedding old leaves, and even borrowing vibrant new species from neighboring plots. This is lexical change. New concepts, new technologies, new feelings demand new words, blooming into existence as neologisms. Think of words like plush podcast plus or plush emoji plus. They were utterly unknown just a few decades ago, yet now they are as common as dandelions in spring. Conversely, old words, once cherished and vital, can wither and fade into obscurity, becoming obsolete. Like ancient species whose time has passed. Who among us regularly uses plush height for was called, or plow air plows for plows before plows in everyday conversation? Their beauty remains, but they've retired to the quiet shelves of poetry and historical texts. And even the very meaning of words can transform, a phenomenon we call semantic shift. A word might start with one meaning, then slowly, over generations, like a river carving a new channel, it can broaden, narrow, or even completely reverse its sense. Take the word blush awful. It once meant full of awe, inspiring reverence. Now it describes something terrible, a complete inversion, or a nice, which once simply meant ignorant or foolish, and has gently matured into its current pleasant meaning. These shifts are like watching a caterpillar transform into a butterfly, the essence remaining, but the form and function profoundly altered. Now our grammar, too, the intricate lattice work that holds our sentences together, is not immune to this gentle tide of change. Grammatical change can be slow and subtle, often imperceptible within a single lifetime. Consider how English has gradually shed many of its old inflections, those little endings on words that once told us their role in a sentence. Old English was rich with these, like a complex mosaic. Modern English, by comparison, relies more on word order, who does what to whom, like rearranging painted blocks to create a new picture. This simplification of inflections is a long, slow drift, making our language perhaps more accessible, but also subtly altering its inner mechanics. Why do these changes happen? It's a fascinating dance of internal pressures and external influences. Sometimes, change arises from within the language itself, a kind of linguistic drift towards efficiency or clarity, a natural simplification or regularization. But often, the most dramatic shifts occur when languages meet, when different linguistic rivers merge or flow side by side. This brings us to the delightful realm of language variation. The idea that language, even at a single moment in time, is a shimmering tapestry of many threads, not a uniform cloth. Just as no two leaves on a tree are identical, no two speakers use language in precisely the same way, and no two regions speak precisely the same tongue. This is where now sociolinguistics enters our story. The study of how society influences language and how language reflects society, like a mirror held up to our shared human experience. Imagine traveling across a vast landscape. As you move from one valley to the next, you might notice subtle shifts in the way people speak. Different pronunciations, unique words for common things, distinct turns of phrase. These are dialects, the regional flavors of a language. Think of the crisp R sounds in some regions, or the absence of it in others. The choice between soda, pop, or Coke to describe a carbonated drink. These delightful differences are not errors, but vibrant expressions of local identity, shaped by history, geography, and community. Linguists sometimes map these variations, drawing invisible lines called isoglosses. Like contour lines on a linguistic map, showing where one pronunciation or word gives way to another. These lines often follow ancient rivers, mountain ranges, or historical migration paths, remnants of forgotten journeys. But variation isn't just about place. It's also about who we are and the communities we belong to. Our age, our gender, our social group, our profession, all these aspects of our identity can subtly shape our speech, creating sociolects or ethnolects. Teenagers might use slang that mystifies their grandparents. Doctors might employ jargon inscrutable to their patients, and different cultural groups might have unique expressions and pronunciations. It's like wearing different outfits for different occasions. We adapt our language to suit our audience and our purpose. This adaptability is called shifting our register or style. We speak one way with close friends, another way with our boss, and yet another when whispering a bedtime story. Each register is a specific linguistic key, unlocking different doors of interaction. One of the most powerful forces driving both change and variation is language contact. When speakers of different languages meet and interact, their languages inevitably influence each other, like colors bleeding into a watercolor painting. Words are borrowed, grammatical structures can be subtly altered, and new ways of expressing ideas emerge. Sometimes, in situations of intense contact, especially in contexts of trade or forced migration, new languages can even be born. A pidgin might arise, a simplified linguistic system, a bridge built of essential words and basic grammar, allowing communication between groups with no common tongue. It's like a functional, makeshift raft, allowing people to cross a communication gap. If this pidgin becomes the native language of a new generation, growing in complexity and expressive power, it evolves into a Creole, a full-fledged language with its own rich grammar and vocabulary. These creoles are living testaments to human ingenuity, born from necessity and flourishing into unique linguistic ecosystems. And what can all this tell us about the past? This is where historical linguistics steps in, acting like a linguistic archaeologist, piecing together fragments of ancient tongues to reconstruct what came before. By meticulously comparing similar words and grammatical structures across related languages, a process called the comparative method, linguists can infer what their common ancestor, a proto-language, might have sounded like and how it was structured. It's like finding scattered stones from an ancient ruin and, with careful observation and deductive reasoning, rebuilding a picture of the original temple. This work allows us to trace entire language families, charting their divergence and migration over millennia, much like a vast, intricate family tree. The Indo-European family, for instance, links languages as diverse as Hindi, Russian, German, English, and Spanish, all stemming from a common ancestral root perhaps 6,000 years ago, a testament to incredible deep-time connections. So, as you drift towards sleep, consider the wondrous, vibrant tapestry of language. It is never static, always in motion, shaped by the currents of time and the interactions of human beings. It shifts with every whispered conversation, every new invention, every cultural exchange. It is a living record of our history, a dynamic expression of our present, and a constantly evolving blueprint for our future. Blah. Rest now, and let these thoughts gently settle in your mind, like motes of dust dancing in a sunbeam. But where, in the vast complexity of our physical being, does this ever-changing river of language truly flow? The world outside quiets down. Let us embark on another quiet journey, not across distant stars, but deep within the most intricate universe we know, the human mind. We've been exploring the vast tapestry of language, this uniquely human gift that allows us to share our innermost thoughts, to build cultures, and to dream together. But where, in the silent, shimmering landscape of our brain, does language truly reside? How does this soft whisper, this eloquent speech, or this profound silence of understanding come to be? This is the realm of neurolinguistics, a beautiful bridge between the study of language and the study of the brain. Imagine, if you will, our brain as a vast, enchanted city, sparkling with a million silent lights. Each light is a neuron, a tiny spark of electrical activity, communicating with its neighbors. And within this city, there are special districts, bustling hubs, and delicate pathways dedicated to the extraordinary dance of language. For centuries, the precise location of language remained a profound mystery. It was only relatively recently that we began to understand that language isn't just a general brain function, but rather a marvelously organized system, distributed yet specialized. Our first true glimpses into this inner working came, strangely enough, from moments of silence. The silence of those who had lost the ability to speak or the inability to understand after suffering a brain injury. Picture a calm, steady river flowing through our brain, guiding our thoughts and utterances. For much of our understanding of language production, we turn our gaze to a region nestled in the frontal lobe of our dominant hemisphere. For most of us, that's the left side. This revered district is known as Broca's area, named after the pioneering French physician Pierre-Paul Broca. Imagine it as the grand orchestration hall of speech, or perhaps the meticulous construction site where abstract thoughts are painstakingly assembled into audible words. When you want to form a sentence, to articulate a thought, Broca's area hums to life, meticulously arranging the sounds, the words, the grammatical rules into a coherent stream of speech. It's not just about moving your lips and tongue, it's about translating that elusive inner concept into a concrete, communicable, linguistic form. When this particular hall falls quiet or is disrupted, individuals might struggle profoundly to produce grammatically correct sentences, their speech becoming halting, effortful, almost like a mosaic with missing pieces, even though they might understand perfectly what you're saying. This condition is called Broca's aphasia, a quiet testament to the importance of this specific district in our brain's language city. Now, if Broca's area is the architect of our spoken words, where does understanding reside? Let us drift a little further back along that imaginary river towards the temporal lobe, still primarily on the left side for most of us. Here we encounter Wernicke's area, named after German neurologist Karl Wernicke. Think of Wernicke's area as the great library of meaning, or the bustling interpretation center. This is where the sounds we hear, the words we read, The signs we see are processed and transformed into coherent meaning. It's where the symphony of someone else's speech transforms from mere vibrations into rich understanding in our minds. When this library is disturbed, the words may flow easily from someone's lips, full of natural rhythm, but they might be jumbled, nonsensical, a word salad without coherent meaning, because the inner understanding, the semantic processing, is impaired. This is Wernicke's aphasia. The fluency is there, the sounds are made, but the crucial bridge to meaning has crumbled, leaving a disconnect between utterance and comprehension. And how do these two vital districts communicate? How does the architect of speech know what the library of meaning has understood or needs to express? They are connected by a superhighway of neural fibers, a bustling information channel called the WOW arcuate fasciculus. Imagine it as a shimmering underground railway line, swiftly carrying messages between Broca's and Wernicke's areas, ensuring seamless communication. Damage to this critical connection, a condition known as conduction aphasia, means someone might understand what you're saying and know what they want to say, but struggle profoundly to repeat words or find the right words to form their response, as if the train carrying the message is perpetually delayed or rerouted. The components are mostly intact, but their coordination falters, causing frustration and communication breakdown. This exquisite division of labor, with language predominantly nestled in the left hemisphere for the vast majority of humanity, is a fascinating phenomenon known as lateralization. It's as if our brain has specialized its halves, assigning language the important task of residing mostly on one side, while other functions, like spatial reasoning, musicality, or artistic expression, might lean more towards the right. However, this isn't a rigid, absolute rule. Rather, it's a strong tendency, a preferred residence for this most complex of human abilities. But our brains are far more adaptable and wondrous than a static map. Think of a young sapling, freshly planted. Its branches are supple, its roots eager to spread and find purchase. This is much like the developing brain of a child. This incredible adaptability is called neuroplasticity, and it's particularly pronounced in early childhood. If, tragically, a child were to suffer damage to their left hemisphere, their right hemisphere, with its astonishing capacity for adaptation, can often step in and take over many of the language functions. It's like the city rebuilding a crucial district in an entirely new, unexpected location, demonstrating the brain's remarkable resilience and ability to remap its functions. This capacity, however, tends to diminish as we grow older, leading to what scientists call a critical period for language acquisition. Learning a new language as an adult, while certainly achievable and immensely beneficial, often involves more conscious effort and may not result in the same native-like fluency as a child absorbing a language effortlessly from their environment, like a sponge soaking up water. Yet, language in the brain is far more complex than just these two famous areas and their connection. It's a grand, distributed network, a shimmering constellation of activity spanning across multiple regions. When we speak, listen, read, or write, our brain engages in a complex symphony, a coordinated effort across various brain regions. Different neural pathways and regions activate for different aspects of language. Some are specialized for the very sounds themselves. Phonology. some for the basic building blocks of words, morphology, others for the intricate rules of sentence structure, syntax, and still others for the deep meaning of words and sentences, semantics. And then there's the subtle dance of nuance, context, and the unspoken social rules of language, pragmatics, understanding sarcasm, jokes, or implied meanings that go beyond the literal words. It's like a finely tuned orchestra, where each instrument plays its part, contributing to the overall harmony and richness of communication, often without our conscious awareness. Modern science, thankfully, doesn't rely solely on studying damage to understand this incredible system. We now have sophisticated tools that allow us to peek into the living brain as it processes language. Imagine a scientist watching the city lights flicker with activity, observing the flow of energy. Techniques like fMRI, functional magnetic resonance imaging, allow us to see which areas of the brain receive more blood flow, indicating increased neural activity as someone listens to a story, translates a phrase, or forms a sentence. EEG, electroencephalography, on the other hand, can measure the tiny electrical signals from brain waves, revealing the incredibly fast timeline of language processing, how quickly our brain reacts to an unexpected word, a grammatical error, or the shift in a speaker's tone. These tools are like powerful telescopes and microscopes combined, letting us observe the intricate dance of language in real time, mapping the dynamic currents of thought. Consider the marvel of bilingualism, the ability to speak two or more languages. Far from being a burden, research shows that bilingual brains often exhibit enhanced cognitive flexibility and problem-solving skills. It's like having two fully operational language cities running side by side, or perhaps with slightly overlapping districts, requiring the brain to constantly manage and switch between distinct linguistic systems. This constant exercise, this mental workout, can strengthen neural pathways and even contribute to a greater cognitive reserve, potentially delaying the onset of age-related cognitive decline. It's a testament to the brain's capacity for growth and adaptation throughout our lives. So, as we drift toward slumber, let us marvel at this hidden universe within our skulls, the gentle rhythm of your breath, the soft beat of your heart, and the silent, ceaseless hum of your brain working its magic, weaving thoughts into words and turning words into understanding. Language isn't just a tool, it's an intrinsic part of who we are, etched into the very architecture of our minds. It's the silent, sparkling conversation happening within us, even as we sleep, a constant, gentle hum of meaning and connection. And with this wonder echoing in your thoughts, allow your mind to prepare for the gentle quietude of sleep. As the stars emerge one by one, we'll continue our journey another time, perhaps exploring how language shapes our very perception of the world, influencing our thoughts and emotions in ways we often don't even realize. Until then, rest peacefully, knowing the incredible linguistic tapestry woven within you. In the vast ocean of human communication, Language is so much more than just a collection of sounds and symbols. Imagine it, if you will, as a gentle, flowing current. This current doesn't just transport words, it shapes the very riverbed of our cultures and carves the unique landscape of our individual and collective identities. These three, language, culture, and identity, are not merely interconnected. They are intricately, beautifully, and scientifically woven into a single, shimmering tapestry. Consider how the language we speak acts like a unique lens through which we view the world. Each language, with its distinct grammar and vocabulary, offers a slightly different perspective. This isn't to say our language determines what we can think, for our minds are wonderfully flexible and capable of boundless thought. However, a scientific concept known as linguistic relativity, sometimes referred to as the weak Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, suggests that our language can subtly influence our perception, memory, and even our categorization of experiences. For instance, some languages have a richer vocabulary for colors, allowing for finer distinctions in hue. Others might orient speakers using absolute directions, north, south, east, west, rather than relative ones like left or right, subtly shaping their spatial awareness from a very young age. This means that a speaker of such a language might effortlessly point to the tree to the west, where another might simply say, the tree behind me. It's as if different languages offer different filters, each casting the world in a unique light, inviting us to notice particular details more readily than others. Within this linguistic current, culture is carried like the very sediment of the riverbed itself. The words we use, the stories we tell, the proverbs we cherish, all are imbued with the history, values, and shared understandings of a community. Think of the way different languages classify family relationships, perhaps having distinct words for a maternal uncle versus a paternal uncle, or for older and younger siblings. These distinctions aren't arbitrary. They reflect the specific social structures and familial importance within a given culture. Ethnosemantics. The study of how cultural groups categorize and name things reveals how language acts as a profound repository of collective knowledge and cultural priorities. A language with dozens of words for different types of rice or snow, for example, speaks volumes about the lived experiences and critical observations of its speakers. It's a vast, living library where every word, every phrase holds a whisper of generations past, guiding future generations on how to navigate their world and their community. Pun. And what of identity, that unique constellation of traits that makes us who we are? Language provides the very constellations, the patterns we trace to define ourselves. Our personal use of language, our unique accent, our choice of words, our rhythm of speech becomes a deeply personal signature. For individuals who grow up speaking more than one language, the interplay is even more fascinating. Bilingualism and multilingualism are not just about knowing more words. They often foster enhanced cognitive flexibility, improved problem-solving skills, and a more nuanced appreciation for different cultural perspectives. It's like carrying multiple passports, each granting access to a different realm of understanding and belonging, shaping not one, but often multiple interwoven identities. A person might feel a different facet of themselves emerge when speaking their mother tongue compared to a second language, each offering a distinct yet authentic expression of self. This dance between languages is beautifully expressed in the phenomenon of code switching, where individuals seamlessly shift between two or more languages or dialects within a single conversation. Far from being a sign of confusion or linguistic deficit, code switching is a sophisticated communicative strategy, often following intricate grammatical rules. It allows speakers to express complex social nuances, to signal belonging to a particular group, or to convey specific emotions or cultural references that might not translate perfectly. It's a linguistic chameleon, adapting to its surroundings, not to hide, but to flourish and communicate with richer layers of meaning, weaving threads of identity in real time. Language, too, is a living, breathing entity, constantly evolving to reflect our changing understanding of ourselves and our society. Consider the recent and ongoing developments in how we use pronouns. The conscious adoption of gender-neutral pronouns, such as the singular they, is a powerful example of language adapting to embrace a wider spectrum of human identity. It reflects a societal shift towards greater inclusivity and recognition that gender identity is diverse and deeply personal. This linguistic innovation isn't just about grammar. It's about making space for everyone to be seen and respected for who they are, affirming their identity in the very words we choose. It demonstrates language's incredible capacity to grow and change, like a river carving new paths as it flows, reflecting the evolving landscape of human experience. This profound connection between language, culture, and identity also highlights the immense value of every single language on our planet. Each language is a unique ecosystem of thought, a singular window into a particular way of being and understanding. The concept of ethno-linguistic vitality speaks to the health and status of a language within its community. When a language is lost, it's not just a collection of words that disappears. It's a unique knowledge system, centuries of cultural heritage, distinctive worldviews, and individual and collective identities that diminish or vanish. Efforts to revitalize endangered languages are thus not just about preserving old traditions. They are about re-empowering communities, reclaiming unique ways of knowing, and strengthening the vibrant tapestry of human diversity. Each language is like a unique star in our vast human constellation, adding its own irreplaceable light. As we consider this intricate weaving, this profound connection where language is both a mirror and a sculptor of culture and identity, we begin to appreciate its deep power. It shapes not just how we speak to others, but how we understand ourselves and our place in the world. And when we truly understand language's power, we can harness it in remarkable ways. The quiet night deepens, and our minds might wander to the intricate dance of words we explored earlier, how they form patterns, how they carry meaning. But what if we could take that deep understanding of language and weave it directly into the fabric of our everyday lives, using it to build bridges, mend misunderstandings, or even whisper secrets across vast distances? Now, this is the realm of applied linguistics, where the pure study of language transforms into practical solutions. Imagine language not just as a beautiful wild forest to explore, but also as a vital ecosystem we can learn to nurture and manage. For instance, when we learn a new language, the way we're taught, the exercises we do, the sequence of grammar lessons, all of this is often meticulously crafted using insights from applied linguistics, particularly the study of second language acquisition. It's like having a skilled gardener who knows exactly what conditions a particular plant needs to flourish, how to cultivate its roots and help its branches reach for the sun. Nor think of someone struggling to find their voice again after an injury, perhaps needing speech therapy. Applied linguists, working alongside medical professionals, analyze the specific patterns of speech impairment, understanding the underlying linguistic structures that are affected. They help reconstruct the pathways of communication, like skilled cartographers redrawing a map to guide someone home. And then there are the invisible architects of our dictionaries, the lexicographers, who use insights from linguistics to precisely define words, capture their nuances, and document how language evolves, acting as careful historians of our collective vocabulary. Even in courtrooms, forensic linguists can analyze texts or speech patterns to identify authorship or uncover hidden meanings, much like a detective finding subtle clues in a complex puzzle. But what if we could extend this expertise, this patient observation of language, beyond human hands? What if we could teach machines to not just process numbers, but to truly engage with the flowing, nuanced river of human language itself? This is where the magic of language technologies begins to unfold, a field often intertwined with natural language processing, or NLP. Picture a diligent, tireless scribe sitting in a quiet room, listening to every word spoken, no matter how fast or softly. That's the essence of speech recognition. When you speak to your smart assistant, Alexa, play some calming music, or dictate a message into your phone, invisible ears are at work. These aren't ears made of flesh and bone, but intricate acoustic models that learn to map sound waves, the vibrations of your voice, to specific sounds known as phonemes in a language. Simultaneously, language models are predicting the most likely sequence of words based on the context and grammar of that language. It's like having two expert listeners, one who identifies the individual musical notes, and another who understands how those notes combine to form a familiar melody or phrase. This synergy allows the machine to transform the fleeting echoes of your voice into stable, understandable text. And then there's the reverse journey, giving text a voice, known as speech synthesis, or text-to-speech, TTS. Imagine taking a silent script and breathing life into it, not just by reading words, but by imbuing them with the correct rhythm, emphasis, and emotional tone, what linguists call prosody. Early speech synthesizers sounded robotic, like a choppy, monotone stream. But today's systems, often powered by deep neural networks, can generate speech that is remarkably natural, even mimicking different voices and emotions. They learn from vast data sets of human speech, identifying patterns in how we modulate our voices, where we pause, and how our pitch rises and falls. It's like a master musician learning to play a score not just with the right notes, but with true feeling and expression, bringing the written notes to vibrant, audible life. Now, let's cast our gaze across the immense ocean of different languages, each a unique island of thought. For centuries, bridging these islands required dedicated human translators, tireless navigators of meaning. Today, machine translation systems like Google Translate or DeepL act as remarkable, albeit imperfect, universal interpreters. Their journey began with statistical machine translation, where computers analyzed huge collections of texts that had already been translated by humans. Parallel corpora. They would find statistical correlations. When I see this pattern in language A, I often see this pattern in language B. It was like comparing two vast, meticulously indexed libraries, searching for corresponding themes and phrases. More recently, the field has been revolutionized by neural machine translation, which uses complex neural networks, inspired by the human brain, to learn to translate entire sentences, considering context and nuances in a far more holistic way. Instead of just finding word-for-word matches, it attempts to capture the meaning of the input sentence and then generate a new sentence in the target language that expresses that same meaning. It's like an artist not just copying a painting stroke by stroke, but understanding the essence of the original and then recreating it in a new style, capturing its soul. This deep dive into language processing allows us to do even more remarkable things. Have you ever wondered how a company knows if its customers are happy or frustrated with their product just by reading their online reviews? This is the magic of sentiment analysis. Machines are trained on vast amounts of text labeled with emotional tones, positive, negative, neutral, learning to detect the subtle linguistic cues that betray our feelings, much like a skilled empath sensing the emotional currents beneath a conversation. It's like teaching a computer to read between the lines, to discern the faint emotional scent of words. And then there are the friendly digital companions, the chatbots and virtual assistants who can answer your questions, book appointments, or simply chat. These systems combine many of these technologies, understanding your query through natural language understanding, retrieving information, and then generating a response through natural language generation. They are like patient, knowledgeable librarians, always ready to assist, or miniature digital storytellers, ready to engage in conversation. But remember, beneath all this technological marvel lies the profound, sometimes bewildering complexity of human language. Language is not just a set of rules. It's steeped in context, riddled with ambiguity, and alive with the unspoken subtleties of human interaction, what we call pragmatics. Teaching a machine to understand language is not the same as a human understanding it. Instead, these powerful systems are incredibly adept at pattern recognition. They sift through colossal data sets, what we call corpora, sometimes trillions of words of text and hours of speech, identifying statistical regularities and intricate connections that would be impossible for any human mind to track. They learn to predict, to approximate, and to generate based on these observed patterns, like a highly skilled mimic who can perfectly replicate sounds and phrases without necessarily understanding their deepest philosophical implications. The more data, the more sophisticated the algorithms, often employing advanced machine learning and deep learning techniques. The more astonishing their capabilities become. So, as we see, these language technologies are not just cold algorithms. They are reflections of our own linguistic minds, meticulously engineered tools that extend our ability to communicate, to learn, and to connect across barriers of sound, text, and even language itself. They are born from the profound curiosity of applied linguists who seek to understand language not just for its own sake, but for how it shapes our world and how we can better navigate it. Yet, even these remarkable tools are just the beginning. Throughout our journey, we've been sailing across the vast ocean of human language, charting its currents and discovering its hidden depths. For a long time, our maps were simple, focused on individual words and phrases. But with the rise of computational linguistics and artificial intelligence, our navigational tools have become extraordinarily sophisticated, allowing us to perceive not just the surface, but the intricate ecosystems beneath. Today, we marvel at machines that can not only understand your spoken commands, but also generate stories, translate languages almost instantly, and even compose poetry. These wonders are largely powered by what we call natural language processing, or NLP, which leverages deep learning models like the transformer architecture, a complex arrangement of algorithms that can weigh the importance of different words in a sentence, allowing them to grasp context in a way never before possible. Think of these large language models as vast, interconnected libraries that have read an unimaginable number of books, articles, and conversations, learning the statistical patterns and relationships between words, like a child learning to speak by listening and repeating, but on a cosmic scale. But this is just the beginning of our journey. As the stars twinkle in the quiet night, let's cast our gaze towards the distant horizon, towards the future directions, where computational linguistics and AI are gently guiding us. One of the most profound shifts we anticipate is the move towards what we call multimodal AI. Right now, many advanced AI systems primarily understand text. But humans don't just communicate through words. We use gestures, facial expressions, tone of voice, images, and sounds. Imagine an AI that can not only read your words, but also see your accompanying hand movements, hear the subtle inflection in your voice, and interpret the image you point to, all simultaneously. This is the promise of multimodal AI, a system that fuses information from different sensory inputs. For instance, a system might look at a picture of a cat, hear the word purr, and read the sentence, "The cat is happy." By combining these disparate pieces of data, the AI gains a much richer, more nuanced understanding of happiness in the context of a cat than it ever could from text alone. This deeper contextual awareness allows for more natural, human-like interaction, as if the AI truly has senses beyond just reading and writing. Beyond simply processing more types of input, the future also promises a deeper, more profound level of true linguistic understanding. Currently, even the most advanced AI often operates on statistical probabilities, predicting the next word based on patterns it has observed. It's like a brilliant mimic who can perfectly imitate conversations without truly grasping the underlying meaning or emotional resonance. The next frontier involves moving beyond these statistical correlations to a genuine semantic and pragmatic understanding. This means AI that can not only identify factual information, but also discern irony, sarcasm, humor, and the subtle emotional currents that flow beneath our words. Imagine an AI that doesn't just know what you said, but why you said it, and how it makes you feel. This requires a much more sophisticated model of human cognition and social interaction, allowing AI to parse not just the explicit meaning, but also the implicit intentions and social dynamics embedded in our language. It's like moving from simply knowing the notes of a song to understanding its melody, its rhythm, and the feelings it evokes. This deeper understanding will pave the way for extraordinary levels of personalization and adaptive learning. Imagine an AI assistant that doesn't just respond to your questions, but anticipates your needs, understands your unique communication style, and even adapts its own tone and vocabulary to better suit your personality. In education, this could mean an AI tutor that precisely understands where a student is struggling, adapting its explanations and exercises in real time to fit that individual's learning pace and preferences. Almost like a wise, infinitely patient mentor. In healthcare, it could lead to AI companions that can monitor subtle changes in a person's speech patterns or emotional expression, providing early warnings or simply offering empathetic support tailored to their specific situation. These systems will be able to learn you, becoming more helpful and intuitive with every interaction, making human-computer interaction feel less like using a tool and more like conversing with a trusted friend. Computational linguistics and AI are also poised to accelerate scientific discovery and research in unprecedented ways. Our world generates an overwhelming amount of information: scientific papers, medical records, legal documents. No single human can possibly read and synthesize all of it. Future AI systems, powered by advanced NLP, will be able to sift through vast oceans of data, identify hidden connections, formulate hypotheses, and even design experiments. Imagine an AI that can read every published paper in a specific field, understand the nuances of each finding, and then propose novel drug targets for a disease, or suggest new materials with specific properties, or even help decode the complexities of climate change data. These systems won't replace human creativity, but will act as tireless intellectual partners, extending our cognitive reach and allowing us to ask bigger questions and find answers faster than ever before. They are like telescopes for the mind, allowing us to see patterns in data too vast for human eyes alone. Furthermore, we can anticipate truly imaginative applications in creativity and generation. While AI can already write poems and stories, the future holds systems that can co-create with humans in a seamless, inspiring dance. Imagine an AI as a muse that can take your nascent ideas for a novel, suggest plot twists, help develop characters, or even generate entire scenes in various styles, allowing you to choose and refine. Or perhaps an AI that can translate the emotions you wish to convey into a new language of art, music, or interactive narratives. The aim isn't to replace human artists, but to augment their capabilities, to provide new tools for expression, expanding the very definition of creativity through a collaborative partnership between human intuition and machine computational power. Finally, the future directions of computational linguistics and AI hold immense promise for accessibility and inclusivity. Imagine real-time translation devices that are so seamless and natural that language barriers effectively melt away, fostering global understanding and collaboration. Consider AI systems that can provide personalized communication assistance for individuals with speech impediments, hearing loss, or other communication challenges, empowering them to express themselves fully and participate more completely in society. From understanding sign language to generating speech from subtle brain signals, AI has the potential to give a voice to those who struggle to be heard, building bridges between minds and making our digital and physical worlds more accessible for everyone. As these systems grow more powerful, we must also ensure they are guided by wisdom and fairness, that their vast intelligence serves all of humanity, not just a few. The field of explainable AI, XAI, is emerging to help us understand how these complex models arrive at their conclusions, ensuring transparency and accountability. It's like understanding not just the destination, but the entire journey the river takes. This responsible development is a crucial part of the future, ensuring that these incredible tools uplift and empower us all. And so, the quiet hum of possibility fills the air. The path ahead is one of partnership, where human ingenuity and machine intelligence intertwine, pushing the boundaries of what we thought possible with language. From the ancient origins of our first words to the horizons of artificial minds that might one day truly understand us, we have traveled far together. Now, as the day softly dims and shadows stretch long and kind around us, we arrive at the quiet closing of our journey tonight. A journey not through distant stars or the intricate wonders of microscopic worlds, but through something far more intimately woven into the very fabric of who we are, the whispered marvel of language, of linguistics. We have gently unfolded the profound story of how, from perhaps the simplest, most fundamental sounds, a universe of expression bloomed. How those first tentative murmurs, like tiny shoots reaching for the nourishing light of connection, grew and intertwined into the robust, vibrant, and infinitely complex forest of human communication we inhabit today. It's a story whispered across countless millennia, carried on the precious breath of every speaker, held in the quiet, unspoken understanding between minds. A testament to our shared humanity, to our innate desire to connect, to share, to comprehend. Think for a moment, not of grand buildings or vast sweeping landscapes that stretch to the horizon, but of the invisible, yet profoundly elegant architecture of every single word we speak, every intricate thought we form. Each distinct sound finds its perfect, harmonious place. Syllables dance together with a natural, effortless rhythm, and words, like tiny, purposeful boats, carry precious cargo of meaning across the vast, often turbulent, ocean of our consciousness. We navigate this breathtakingly intricate system with such unconscious, effortless grace, often completely unaware of the quiet symphony playing beneath every conversation, every story told, every silent musing. The gentle rhythm of phonemes, those smallest units of sound, the hidden, intricate dance of syntax that arranges words into coherent thoughts, the boundless landscape of semantics, which assigns meaning to all these work together in a harmony so profound, so seamless, it truly feels like a gentle magic. Yet it is simply the exquisite, evolved design of our shared linguistic heritage, quietly humming in the background of our lives. A simple sequence of sounds, or a pattern of written symbols, can conjure vivid, detailed images in another's mind. Deeply felt emotions can be shared across vast distances of time and space, simply through the delicate, thoughtful arrangement of these linguistic elements. A timeless story told from long ago, a soul-stirring poem from a different land, a comforting lullaby whispered by a mother to her child. All these enduring treasures, these precious fragments of human experience, are carried on the soft, unwavering currents of language. It allows us to build not just temporary bridges between people, but enduring connections between generations, weaving a continuous, ever-expanding tapestry of shared understanding, of collective memory, of evolving thought and accumulated wisdom. It is the thread that binds us to our ancestors and offers a promise of connection to those who will follow. And this magnificent tapestry, dear listener, is never truly finished. Language breathes, it subtly shifts, it gently grows, much like a living, tranquil river, always finding new paths, reflecting new skies, adapting to new landscapes. It quietly absorbs new experiences, adapts to new understandings, always subtly, always peacefully, unfolding its countless possibilities. We are all, in our own way, quiet participants in this ongoing, gentle creation. Each word we choose, each phrase we thoughtfully craft, a tiny, significant ripple in the vast, ever-changing ocean of human expression. It is a testament to our adaptability, our creativity, our unending capacity for growth and discovery. This silent, yet profoundly impactful journey through the realm of linguistics reminds us that language isn't just a useful tool we employ, a mere instrument for communication, but an inseparable, vibrant part of who we inherently are. It shapes our perceptions, delicately colors our thoughts, gives voice to our deepest feelings, and allows us to express our most fragile dreams. It's the very lens through which we see and interpret the world, and the gentle guiding hand that helps us organize the vibrant, sometimes overwhelming chaos of our experiences into coherent meaning. It resides in every quiet moment of reflection, every unspoken thought that flickers across our minds, every dream yet to be dreamt, waiting patiently to be articulated or simply felt. So now, as you drift further into the serene stillness of the night, as the world outside softens its edges and finds its own rest, let these quiet wonders of language gently settle in your mind. Let the soft, almost imperceptible murmur of words, the unseen yet powerful threads of meaning, lull you into a deep, restorative, and profoundly peaceful rest. The journey we've shared tonight, the intricate dance of sounds and symbols, the profound and beautiful connection through shared understanding. It doesn't truly end here when you close your eyes. No, it simply transforms. It will continue its quiet exploration, its gentle unfolding within the soft, boundless landscapes of your dreams. Perhaps in those serene, subconscious moments, new meanings will gently unfurl themselves. New stories will begin to whisper their beginnings, guided by the very essence of language itself, flowing freely within your resting mind. May your dreams be filled with soft understandings, with the silent, beautiful poetry of your own inner world. Rest well, dear listener, knowing that the magnificent journey of language, this most human of all marvels, continues peacefully, wonderfully within you. Good night.